In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can use Ableton Push to make a jungle tune like this. So we're starting off with a blank Ableton Live set, and just like on the computer, we've got 2 MIDI tracks, we've got 2 audio tracks, and we've got 2 return tracks. So the first thing I'm going to do is just select one of the MIDI tracks and then just press the plus button. And I'm going to go to Instruments and then scroll over to the Simpler. As you can see, it asks you to press load to find a sample, so I'm going to do that. And then using this big dial, I'm just going to nudge over to the first menu where you can select User Library. In there, you're going to find all your samples that you've imported to the Push, and I'm going to choose an Amen break. So here's the Amen break inside the Simpler, and you can see the waveform there. Now I don't need the whole thing, so I'm just going to move the start point over so that I'm just using the second half of the break. So you can use these controls here to zoom in and make sure the start point is accurate. And I'm just going to press this crop button, so that gets rid of the first half and we're just left with the second half. And I've forgotten to set my BPM, so I'll just set that to 163. Now, with this mode, you can either have it on classic, one-shots, etc. And I'm going to choose slicing, and I'm going to choose slice by beat, and then division 1/8. And then you can use this convert button to convert it to a drum rack. Then, once it's in the drum rack, all you do is you go through each slice and tidy up the start and end points, and make sure they're all accurate, and that none of them are bringing in the next slice. So here's an example of a slice with an untidy endpoint. So you just turn this knob here until it's accurate and on point. To create a MIDI clip, I'm just going to hold down this fixed length button and then select an amount of bars and then just press record. And then we can press the clip button, so you'll see the clip there. Now we're in the step sequencer. So you'll know you're in the step sequencer when you see this green light go shooting across the pads. And basically it's just a case of selecting each pad and then putting it onto the step sequencer. So by default the step sequencer is in 16th mode, and remember we sliced our break to 8th notes. So you can either decide to put your step sequencer into 8th mode, or you can just skip one square each time when you put your slices in, and that way you can just arrange the slices. And keeping it in 16th mode, it does mean that you can also put in some little rolls and stuff like that. I'm going to do the exact same thing with the hot pants break, but since you've already seen the process, I'm just going to quickly do that, and then let's move on to something else. So it's time to add another instrument, so I'm just going to add a MIDI track, and then select an instrument and select the Simpler. So let's have a listen to some of these pads. And before we do, I just want to big up Human Synthetics and Groovin in G. These pads come from their sample pack, which is called Echoes of Light, and if you want to grab it, the link is in the description. So I'm just going to add this pad into the Simpler, and then it's time to press record and just record in these 4 notes. Now that we've got the pad in there, it's time to choose a bass sound. So I'm going to be using this classic 808 bass, and the process is basically the same. Add a Simpler, put the 808 bass in there, and then record some notes. So I want to add a bit of a melody, and to keep it old school and keep it sounding 90s, I'm going to be using this sample pack called 0G data files. So let me go in here and choose a synth, and then I'm going to use the same technique again. Just put the synth sample into the simpler and then play it on the pads. These 0G data files also contain a lot of little vocal snippets and very 90s vocals, so I'm just going to choose one of those and put that into a simpler as well.
Do it. Yeah!
The way how you add audio effects is very similar to adding instruments. You just press this plus button again, go to audio effects, and I'm going to select a delay. And then you can use these encoders to dial in the settings. I'm also going to add the EQ8 to this pad, so I'm just going to use a high pass and a low pass filter, aka a band pass, and then just make sure that there's no top end or bottom end and the pad just sits there in the middle of the frequency spectrum. So on the Push 3 standalone, you don't really have an arrangement mode, but you can basically make a bit of an arrangement using the session view. So this is what the session view looks like. You can see all your clips here, and it works just like it does on the computer. You've got the clips, you've got the scenes, and you can create a scene for the intro, and then you can create a scene for the drop, and then you can create the next section, etc. So you can put together your arrangement in that way, and obviously once you're done with your track here on the Push 3 and you've got it to a level where you're pretty happy with it, you can just transfer it over to your computer via Wi-Fi and then put it into Ableton Live and arrange it there. If you've always wanted to learn how to make electronic music but you don't know where to start, you should check out my course, Ableton Live Core Foundations. So this course takes you from beginner level all the way up to expert, and it's 10 modules, and each module it gets more and more complex, and by the end of it you'll know exactly what you're doing in Ableton Live. So if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have got a Push and you want to learn how to make liquid drum and bass with it, check out this video here. And if you want to learn how to make jungle without a push, check out that one. I'm DJ Grace, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.